Hi everyone, this is Sandy again, here to show you another journal that I made. This one is a different one. I wanted it to look a little bit timeless, and I wanted it to look sort of antique, and a little bit bohemian in a way. I don't know, I just gave it my own little touch. So this is a fabric I had. This is a trim that I bought that I sewed on this fabric. It's like a thick upholstery fabric that I had. And here is just a button that I sewed on to a little piece of fabric that I had lying around. And this is a black feather trim that I added to give it a little bit of a oomph, I guess. So yeah, this is kind of a rustic journal. I did some beading here as well, which I have been doing to all my journals. Alright, so here we go. This is folding here, which I don't like, but this is just some old postcards that I bought, and I just glued it right on here. This is the first page. I put some black lace here, and I gave it like an old weathered look to this first page with the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide stains. So that's the first page. This is also something I bought at a flea market. And I just glued it on here. This is just some regular like scrapbook paper. This is, I ripped this out of an old book that I got at a flea market also. And I thought I'd just mix everything in, the old pages with the new scrapbook pages. This also came from an old book. I just thought it was a pretty nice picture. This is from a sailing book that I bought recently at a flea market. I just love all the pictures that are on the book. Here's the back of that. This is just some craft paper. This is coloring pages that I also thought I would include here, so it would give somebody a chance to color on their book as well. I like to leave a lot of empty pages so the owner has a chance to do some writing in there as well. This is also an old page from a book. The back of that. This is also from an old book. It's just a picture I cut up in a circle, and I just glued it in the middle of the page. This is like different types of paper that I used just to give it a nice old world feel of like centuries ago. So a lot of empty spaces there. More like antique-y scrapbook paper. I love all these pages, and I like how they all go so well together. Give it that nice antique look that I was going for. This book has 2 signatures as well. And I like to make my signatures really thick. This is just some nice ribbon I had. It's like a dark green, and it goes really well with this page. That green ocean in the back there. This is the middle of the first signature, and I put the nicest picture in here this way on purpose so you could capture the whole scene in one flip of the book. That looks really nice. I really like that. Again, more craft paper to do writing or painting or whatever. Lots of room for that here. This is just a black ribbon that I glued there. So there's a lot of space in these pages to do what you would like. And I think that's important too. Personally, I like to do a lot of writing in my journals, so I really appreciate a lot of space being left to do that, which is nice. This is an envelope that you can just put whatever you want in there. Heirlooms, whatnot, ephemera. This is also a nice picture of an old book I cut out. More pages from a book mixed in with new scrapbook paper. Makes it look so antique. Really like that look. This is more ships from that book. Writing space. More book pages. Book pages. Love that green. And that's the end of the first signature. So now we're on to the second signature. I just put this little lace trim here to give it some pizzazz. This is a nice old picture of a pretty lady I cut out. This is just some antique-y, old-looking scrapbook paper with a coloring page and more craft paper. This is again more black, what do you call this? Black lace, I guess. More pages. So there's a lot of room left in here to add whatever you want to add. Another envelope. This is another cutout of a book. Whatever looks interesting to me is what I add to the pages. And I like the fact that there's a lot of space left to create your own look to the journal. A lot of greens and browns and weathered, worn out look. More coloring pages. This is also from an old book that I have mixed in with scrap book pages. This is a nice little space to write as well. And this is the middle of the second signature. I like that picture as well. More book pages. Whatever looks interesting to me is what I'll add. And whatever goes with the color scheme as well. This is also an old picture from the old sailing book. I really love that green. I like how that came out. Okay, more spaces and freedom here to do what you'd like. Add your own little touch. Write your notes. Or journaling. Whatever floats your boat, I suppose. It's more scrapbook, antique-y looking pages. Right there, that's nice as well. It's just a very antique feel to this book, which I really like. This has a nice little ribbon here too. I don't know if you can see that, but so yeah, this is the end of the second signature. More coloring pages. And more craft paper. This had more of a rustic feel to this book. I didn't want it to look perfect. I wanted it to look weathered and old. And that's how thick it is. It's about maybe 3 inches. It looks pretty, it looks very pretty on a shelf. And again, I just put some beading here. I do a lot of pearl beads, and I just put a little knot in there just to give it a little more charm, I suppose. So yeah, this is my ages ago journal. I really like this one. I'm happy with the way it came out. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will show you guys more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!